Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about something about which everybody is discussing today. India-US relations and the US tariffs that they have imposed on Indian imports. There were 25% tariff already been imposed on India and now this additional ad valorem of 25%. This has been imposed. So we are going to talk more about this, the geopolitical consequences of this and the reason behind this. But from somebody who has mentored students in PSIR, Political Science and International Relations from past 6 years. He has mentored toppers like All India Rank 331 in UPSC CSE 2024, All India Rank 421 and many more. So let's discuss it with Chandan sir only. So hello Chandan sir, how are you?
Fine.
Sir, we saw that these 25% of tariff on Indian imports by United States and then additional 25% now, overall 50%. And we know this additional 25% is going to be imposed in September now, applicable in September. And हमने देखा था 2024-25 में United States and India, one of the largest trading partners. And elections के बाद also we saw Narendra Modi ji was the first among the first people who went and met Donald Trump after his second term. What went wrong?
You see, actually the people themselves, they are also thinking, even the experts, that what is it that actually went wrong?
Yeah.
Because देखो इस issue के कई सारे layers हैं. एक तो ये है कि Donald Trump as a person, he comes from the business and he has got this maximum pressure strategy so that कि मुझे जो deal चाहिए, I want to get that. वो सबसे पहली चीज हो गई. Next thing is कि देखो ये जो टैरिफ वाला गेम है ना, क्योंकि USA we were the first one to reach out और PM के साथ फिर हमारी डील भी थी that by 2030 we shall be taking it to $500 billion. Negotiations start हुए. But thing is कि during the course of negotiation, USA got deals with Indonesia, Vietnam was there, EU was there. All these nations he got the deals. तो इसका नतीजा क्या हुआ कि perhaps US got even more ambitious. क्योंकि अगर आप whether आप पीयूष गोयल का स्टेटमेंट देखें या फिर इनफैक्ट डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प का स्टेटमेंट देखें, it was like we were almost reaching to the deal.
But the president calling Indian economy a dead economy, was it the beginning?
No, that was not the beginning.
Okay.
देखो ट्रम्प के केस में उनके मूड स्विंग्स चलते रहते हैं.
Right.
अगर मैं सही वही शब्द यूज करूं तो, क्योंकि that term came out of frustration. क्योंकि अगर इंडिया डेड इकोनॉमी है तो ये रीजन मुझे बताओ कि then why are you so much desperate for a deal with a dead economy?
Right, absolutely right.
Very simple question. तो आप सीरीज देखो, सबसे पहले क्या होता है कि PM went very well received visit. उसके बाद फिर जो हमारा पाकिस्तान से कन्फ्लिक्ट हुआ, he said मैंने करवाया. That was simply not correct.
And also hosting Asim Munir in White House, just उसी के आसपास में उन्होंने वहाँ पे उनको host किया. And there was also a trade deal with Pakistan also that US has made. And US saying that there will be a time when Pakistan will sell oil to India. Now coming back to all the present scenario, what problem does US has from India buying oil from Russia? Overall, मतलब, what are the geopolitical concerns that they have?
You see, India buying oil from Russia, that is a reality. And as the statement that was given by the MEA, it was USA itself जिसने की push किया था. क्योंकि अगर आप 2022 के अराउंड देखो तो oil prices had jacked up to even $120 per barrel.
Right.
So prices को stable करने थे, and India being the third largest consumer, $5 million per day, 5 million barrel per day इंडिया का कंजम्पशन है. So अगर इंडिया खुद को शिफ्ट करता है, naturally prices will jack up. So prices stabilize करने के लिए this was something that was needed. लेकिन अगर हम बात करें कि यूएस का प्रॉब्लम रशिया से ऑयल परचेज करने में, तो देखिए ऑयल परचेज में सबसे ऊपर चाइना है, फिर इंडिया है. यू इज ऑल्सो परचेजिंग सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट ऑफ गैस, देन देयर इज टर्की, देन देयर इज जापान. अगर यूएसए को इतनी बड़ी प्रॉब्लम होती तो नेचुरली द सेकेंडरी सैंक्शंस वुड हैव बीन इम्पोज्ड ऑन ऑल दीज नेशंस.
राइट.
They have not been imposed.
Nothing is imposed at present on China. China is also importing a lot from Russia.
Highest,
right?
Yes.
So they are not imposing anything on China. So I think they are on something right now.
Yes. So that is one aspect of it.
Yes.
देखिए, अगर मैं ब्रॉडली बात करूं फ्रॉम यूएस पॉलिटिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, अभी ट्रम्प की रेटिंग सबसे नीचे है. इफ यू लुक एट द रेटिंग्स और जो उसका मिड टर्म इलेक्शंस हैं यूएस के, दे आर ड्यू फॉर द नेक्स्ट ईयर.
ओके.
So Trump wants some headline grabbing deal. That deal can either be with Russia or it can be with India. Russia के केस में before coming to power he had said कि I can end this within 24 hours even before taking oath. But Trump is a businessman, Putin is a seasoned politician. इतनी आसानी से Putin is not going to give in. वैसे तो अभी उनकी मीटिंग होने वाली है, ड्यू डेट्स हैव नॉट बीन अनाउंस्ड. सो कमिंग बैक टू द इशू कि रशिया से लेने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, एज सच अगर देखो तो अगर प्रॉब्लम होती तो सबसे होती, वो बात नहीं है. बट एक और इशू जो फ्लैग किया गया है, दैट इज इंडियाज डिफेंस परचेज फ्रॉम रशिया. अभी यूएसए उसके बारे में बोल नहीं रहा है, लेकिन जो ट्रेड सेक्रेटरी हार्वर्ड लटनिक है, he had spoken about this, that this is something that riles USA, and second is India being the part of BRICS.
Right.
So these two are the things. And another issue with respect to India and USA is that when other nations were giving in, other nations were caving, how can India stand up?
Right. And there can also be a reason which they have been talking about is the Russia-Ukraine war also. They are saying that India buying oil from Russia, वो उसको fund कर रहे हैं किसी ना किसी तरीके से उस war को. How do you see that?
देखो तो यही तो मैंने जो बात की, अगर इंडिया फंड कर रहा है तो अभी मैंने जो नाम लिया, चाइना की बात करो, यूरोप की बात करो, टर्की की बात करो, जापान की बात करो, ये सब भी तो फंड कर रहे हैं.
Why India has been targeted?
Exactly. क्योंकि देखो टारगेट यहाँ पे one thing is कि he wants a deal with Russia. So वो सेकेंडरी सैंक्शन के थ्रू वन थिंग इज ही इज ट्राइंग टू पुट सम प्रेशर ऑन रशिया, क्योंकि रशिया ने खुद को इस तरीके से तैयार कर लिया दैट नो मैटर हाउ मच सैंक्शन यू पुट, क्योंकि रशिया के ऊपर सैंक्शंस आर देयर सिंस 2014. तो नो मैटर हाउ मच सैंक्शंस यू पुट, रशिया इज गोइंग टू सर्वाइव. बट सेकेंडरी सैंक्शंस आर द थिंग जिसके कारण कि इट कैन वीकेन रशियाज पार्टनरशिप, दैट टाइम टेस्टेड पार्टनरशिप विद इंडिया. दैट इज वन थिंग. लेकिन अगर हम दूसरे एस्पेक्ट में इंडिया के केस में देखें, so in my point of view, when I look at all this, और इनफैक्ट हम सिर्फ इंडिया और रशिया और जो सेकेंडरी सैंक्शन को सिर्फ मत देखो, अब थोड़ा पीछे जाइए. चाइना के ऊपर एज यू सेड इट हैज नॉट बीन, अभी वही 30% और 15% का चल रहा है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट जो काम ट्रंप ने किया, ट्रंप रोट अ लेटर टू दिस गुरपतवंत पन्नो. डू यू थिंक दैट मेक्स एनी सेंस?
Not at all.
That I am committed to the security of US citizens, etc., etc. I think 29th 30 of the last month के अराउंड लिखा है. Next, engaging with Pakistan, trade deal, oil deal, etc., etc. क्योंकि पहले तो US had some interest with respect to Afghanistan. अभी USA का क्या इंटरेस्ट है? Cannot be that significant a purchaser of defense or energy, क्योंकि पैसा नहीं है तो वो परचेज क्या करेगा और कहां से करेगा? So when I look at all these aspects plus Trump's frequent outbursts, another thing is his bruised ego. क्योंकि ट्रंप ने I think last count of 28 or 30 times he had claimed that he ensured the ceasefire deal. And Indian one thing is that when PM was in Canada, और उस समय उनके और ट्रंप के बीच में जो बातचीत हुई, और उसके बाद जो हमारे फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी उनका जो रीड आउट था, he said that the prime minister clearly said that there was no mediation. Right. And then in the parliament it was for 2 days, and prime minister there also point blank clearly said. So naturally his ego would be bruised.
But talking about Quad, as you just mentioned, how is it going to affect Quad and other such multilateral forums? Like, are we going to shift or from Quad to some SEO, to BRICS, or how are we going to react at these multilateral forums?
You see, Quad remains important.
Yes, it is.
But as the US president has said it today morning only, that unless this trade issue is resolved, there won't be talks. But that was primarily with respect to this trade deal. And Quad summit is due to take place in India.
Okay.
This year only. So the issue is, if Donald Trump comes, it's but obvious that there won't be that warm welcome.
Right.
That is obvious. Plus, US president is coming to India and there is not some big announcement.
That itself shows how are we taking it.
So that is why there are many experts who say that perhaps Quad might be postponed this year because of this issue, or if there is possibility, if US accepts India's red lines and some sort of trade deal is agreed upon, then perhaps Quad might take place. But apart from that, Quad has two more nations, that is Japan and Australia. And both are very much important to us.
And I think to both of the nations, to US also and to us.
Yes.
And if we talk specifically about us, so yes, it is very important.
It is very important. So whether Quad takes place, not takes place, but you see, such minor hiccups, they do take place. Such minor hiccups, they do take place. But whether it is Quad, whether it is Indo-Pacific, because there is another set of thinking that perhaps US, rather than taking its allies together, it wants to engage China bilaterally. And the thing, another issue is that perhaps US is moving more protectionist.
That is what I was going to ask also later. Right.
So
Hmm.
there is another set of views
Hmm.
that perhaps is going back to that ancient Monroe Doctrine. That what happens in the rest of the world is not my issue, but America's and Europe, that is going to be a bit of my concern. क्योंकि अब देखो, whether you look at Panama or you look at his statements with respect to Greenland, Canada. So,
but is it possible at this point globally? अभी इस तरह protectionism की तरफ जाना, how much possible it is for United States and for us also?
For us, it is simply not possible.
Yes.
And nor India would go. Even with respect to USA, that is not possible. But at the same time, if we look at the Biden administration, they gave this idea of Jake Sullivan. He had given this idea of New Washington Consensus. Then there was CHIPS Act, Inflation Reduction Act. All those were aimed at certain protectionist tendencies.
So do we see this as a retreat from globalization?
Obviously. Actually, Fareed Zakaria has given this term called as globalization.
And what does that mean?
Means global, at the pace at which nations were engaging, slowly that will slow down.
How important is it for a country to maintain, and for a country like India, to maintain a balanced approach towards such kinds of events, and the press releases that we make diplomatically? कितना important है to remain balanced?
देखो,
why are we not talking about why are we not talking like Donald Trump or United States? Because हमने कभी ऐसे बात किया ही नहीं.
इसके दो एस्पेक्ट्स हैं. पहली बात है कि you get the liberty to talk the way you want if you are powerful. No matter what we say, we are not that powerful. Yes, China has got certain leverage over USA. हमारा leverage USA के ऊपर बहुत ही limited है. Moreover, even if we talk about within USA, apart from Trump, no one talks like that. That is one thing. A businessman, rather a brash businessman versus some seasoned politician or a diplomat. And next thing is also about the political culture or culture of a particular nation. अगर हम इंडिया को देखें ना, तो देखो, diplomacy is not something new for us. This has been going on with us since ages. अगर हम अपने scriptures को भी देखें, और हमारा उस तरीके का कभी टेम्परामेंट या फिर ठीक है अंदर जो भी चल रहा है, our engagements have never been like that. दूसरे को देख करके why should we change our nature? Rather than words, the message must be conveyed in the form of deeds. Right. That is my personal point of view.
I saw a clip wherein a reporter was asking Mr. Trump about this, that India has said that you also import multiple things from Russia also. EU is also importing. So how would you react on that? Then he was like, I have no idea about it. I'll just look into it and we'll get back to you. So he just somewhere ignored it, or he denied to answer that.
You see, you really believe that he is knowing about India-Russia trade and he is not knowing about US-Russia trade?
Of course not.
और वो सिर्फ अभी की बात नहीं है. USA was importing fertilizers even at the peak of that Ukraine conflict when it began. क्योंकि US के पास उस fertilizer का और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. US has got no alternative to that. So उस समय भी अगर आप उस समय का सैंक्शन देखोगे ना, तो सारे सैंक्शंस एनर्जी रिसोर्सेज के ऊपर थे, लेकिन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू फर्टिलाइजर्स देयर वर नो सैंक्शंस, क्योंकि दैट वाज द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ द यूएसए. तो वो अभी की बात नहीं है. यूएस हैज बीन इंपोर्टिंग इवन व्हेन द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट स्टार्टेड. So that is pure, you see, Donald Trump regarding what he is saying, he knows that I am accountable to no one. And his followers, whatever he says, people will simply accept. People simply accept. There are very little question. And just not that, just look at that tweet by Nikki Haley. She actually said that do not burn the bridges with a reliable partner. So
people are questioning.
Yes, because within USA, actually people, they are thinking, because it assiduously took 25 years. Because just go back prior to 2000, what was India-US relations?
Yeah.
US always tried to engage with India. And US knew that this partner is so much important, this partnership is so much important.
Yes, right.
But if you are going for burning the bridge like that, then
it's not going to help any of the nation, like not to India, and even in fact to US also, it's not going to help in future. But bringing China into this, we do have a SEO summit in China. PM is going there. So is it like opening of a new front now?
You see, ये जो front, दोस्ती, दुश्मनी, you see, diplomacy वैसे नहीं चलती. Diplomacy में there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. There are only permanent interests.
Okay.
Presently, it is in our interest, and will always be in our interest to engage with China, because China is second largest economy. How can you grow without their second largest economy. चाहे हम नीति आयोग की रिपोर्ट देखो या फिर लास्ट ईयर का इकोनॉमिक सर्वे का रिपोर्ट देखो, all of them were talking that थोड़ा बहुत आपको ओपन करना पड़ेगा because you actually need Chinese technology, Chinese investment, etc. etc. तो ये जो है, ये तो एंगेजमेंट होना ही था. दिस एंगेजमेंट वाज ड्यू, क्योंकि ओवर सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम China would also got the sense that India is not someone you can simply bully. So China had to step back. Disengagement took place. And presently, actually, China is also looking at this sweet position because both, whether it is China or it is USA, both look at India as that balancer, that whichever side India goes, scale tips. So China naturally would be looking at this moment as the time that perhaps India can be somewhat moved away from USA, and if I could improve the relations, and perhaps in coming, what my sense is that perhaps there will be some market opening in China for Indian products
during the summit, or the outcome would be
not just outcome, over the period of time. These things naturally they take time, because naturally China would like to lap up this opportunity. China also knows that relations cannot be that strong with India. It is just a tactical arrangement. Right. India also knows it, China also knows it, but both know that if you have to handle this, there is a need for this engagement.
And now coming back to these tariffs again, how is the world reacting to it?
Most of the nations, they have simply caved in. They have prostrated in front of Donald Trump because it is purely ridiculous. Indonesia, 0 tariff. UK, 0 tariff. EU, less than 1% tariff. Japan, 0 tariff. And they have been imposed with 15%, 15%, 20%. So the thing is that all these nations, first of all, you see, smaller nations, they have very little option, because US being the biggest market, they want access and they want to be on the good side of USA. With respect to whether you look at Japan or you look at South Korea or you look at Europe, not only economic, they also have military dependence on the USA.
Yes.
So it is the military dependence that has played a far bigger role. So world is definitely not taking it well. But the thing is that at present, the options are very limited, and to strategize against this, you need some time.
And how can we bring in the World Trade Organization here, WTO? Role, are we going?
You see, de jure, WTO exists. But in reality, WTO cannot play any role, because no matter what WTO says, USA will simply not accept. बिकॉज जो स्टील और एल्यूमिनियम के टैरिफ का जो मामला WTO में गया हुआ है, वहां पे यूएसए ने क्या कहा, ये मेरा नेशनल इंटरेस्ट है, सो इंडिया कैन नॉट गेट अ से. यूएसए जो भी कह रहा है वो नेशनल इंटरेस्ट के नाम पर कह रहा है, सो दैट इन द एंड, बिकॉज एट द WTO, इन द नेम ऑफ नेशनल इंटरेस्ट, यू कैन एक्चुअली टेक सर्टेन डिसीजंस. ऑलराइट. तो WTO अभी से नहीं, WTO तो लंबे समय से डिफंक्ट है ना. आपने उसका अपीलेट ट्राइब्यूनल पे जो तीसरा जज नहीं अपॉइंट हुआ, तब से ऑलमोस्ट डिफंक्ट. एंड
आफ्टर दिस, इंडिया रशिया रिलेशंस के ऊपर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ने वाला है?
Definitely positive, because if you look at the NSA statement, he said that these summit meetings, they have always been watershed moments. So naturally, because it has to be, because one thing that has been proven, whether it is for Russia or it is for India, it is about the reliability of the relationship that has remained. It will strengthen. Plus Russia itself will now take more efforts to deepen its economic engagement. अब तक तो सिर्फ military और trade तक रहा है. Perhaps we might see some greater degree of technological cooperation between India and Russia, चाहे वो joint manufacturing हो, perhaps something. नहीं, Su-57 they will not talk about, क्योंकि वो USA को कुछ ज्यादा ही चिढ़ा देगा. But yes,
S-400 we also.
S-400 वो तो 2 अभी यूनिट आने बाकी हैं. S-500 के regarding discussions are going on.
तो इस पूरे डिसीजन से ऑफ कोर्स इंडियन मीडिया, इंडियन न्यूज़पेपर्स, वी आर सीइंग दैट एवरीबॉडी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस, एंड पीपल, इनफैक्ट जनरल पीपल, दे आर कंसर्न. उनको लग रहा है कि बहुत कुछ फर्क पड़ने वाला है, एंड ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा बहुत असर पड़ने भी वाला है, बट हमारा तो ज्यादातर डोमेस्टिकली ड्रिवन इकोनॉमी है इंडिया. तो हाउ इज इट गोइंग टू इम्पैक्ट इंटरनली टू अस?
यू सी, कुछ जो रिपोर्ट्स GTRI वगैरह के जो रिपोर्ट्स आए हैं, तो at 25 they had said that roughly numbers actually differ. Some are 0.19%, now it will be impacting 0.38% of the GDP directly, roughly. लेकिन प्लस जो टैरिफ लगे हैं ना, they are in the labor intensive sectors. So there is concern related to unemployment. बट उससे भी जो बड़ा इशू है that this China plus one strategy that we were projecting ourselves that okay, since the matter between US and China is heating up, so India can be that destination with a huge captive market as well as you can export to the USA and other Western nations. So वो जो China plus one strategy में जो इंडिया में इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आने थे ना, that will be impacted severely, और ज्यादा बड़ा चैलेंज वो है. और बाकी अगर हम बात करें इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट पर, तो नेचुरली द गवर्नमेंट फिस्कल कंसोलिडेशन का जो एफर्ट था, गवर्नमेंट विल लूजन अप इट्स पर्स, इट विल गो फॉर सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट सब्सिडीज एंड सम अदर सपोर्ट्स, प्लस गवर्नमेंट विल नेचुरली सर्च फॉर न्यूअर मार्केट्स. तो उसे तो हम ऑफसेट कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जो चाइना प्लस वन वाली स्ट्रेटजी थी ना, दैट विल बी देयर, दैट विल बी अ फार बिगर चैलेंज. और एक जो, लेकिन हाँ, इसका कुछ पॉजिटिव आ सकता है.
I think the opening up with new markets would be a disguised opportunity for us also.
Not just opening up of new markets. देखो, पहले जो हमारा आइडिया था ना, पिगी बैकिंग द यूएसए, की ठीक है यूएस चाइना के बीच में लड़ाई हो रही है, तो यूएस के सपोर्ट से वी विल ग्रो आवरसेल्व्स. तो दैट प्लान, परहैप्स समवेयर दैट प्लान हैज गॉट अ सिग्निफिकेंट डेंट, कि अभी भी यू कैन नॉट कंप्लीटली रिलाई ऑन यूएसए और एनी अदर नेशन टू हेल्प यू ग्रो. क्योंकि यूएसए के अंदर एक लॉबी तो है जो रशिया को देखती है प्राइमरी चैलेंज, दूसरी लॉबी चाइना को चैलेंज देखती है, एंड इट टॉक्स अबाउट यू टेक इंडिया अलोंग विथ यू. बट देयर इज अ थर्ड लॉबी जो इंडिया को भी प्रॉब्लम देखती है. वो कहती है कि जैसे चाइना आज हमारे लिए चैलेंज इमर्ज हुआ है, कल के डेट में इंडिया माइट ऑल्सो इमर्ज, इसलिए हमें अभी से उसे लिमिट करना है. सो दिस परहैप्स विल गिव अ सेंस ऑफ रियलिटी चेक, कि रादर देन डिपेंडिंग ऑन अदर नेशंस, यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर ओन. तो जिस तरीके से 1998 वाले सैंक्शंस के बाद इंडिया वर्कड ऑन इटसेल्फ, सो परहैप्स इसके कारण वी कुड सी सम सिग्निफिकेंट रिफॉर्म्स, सो दैट एनिमल स्पिरिट, दैट फोकस ऑन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, focus on quality improvement, so that we can compete in the global markets. If those things take place, then we would rather thank Trump for imposing these sanctions, for waking up out of that slumber, कि हम आराम से यूएस के पीछे चलते चलते we will become that major power. So on that front, I am quite positive that अगर ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है ना, I'll thank Trump for this 50%, कि short term pain भले ही हुआ, but long term अगर gain होता है, तो nothing better.
And sir, since you've been mentoring students from past 6 years, and you know how UPSC take these kinds of topics, so I just want to know from you how, after this incident, and I think more is yet to come, so how UPSC is going to take this topic, and what students and what aspirants can learn from this incident and from the other, the past of it, the present of it, and the coming way forward for it. आप क्या टॉपिक पिक करना चाहेंगे, और आप एस्पिरेंट्स को क्या बताना चाहेंगे कि इस टॉपिक को कैसे पढ़ना है?
देखो, इस टॉपिक में 3-4 एस्पेक्ट्स रहेंगे. एक तो इंडिया यूएसए टाइज के रिगार्डिंग, हाउ इट हैज इंपैक्टेड एंड व्हाट इज द वे आउट करके, एक तो बहुत सिंपल सा जो क्वेश्चन होता है. एक अगला क्वेश्चन हो सकता है अबाउट द चेंजिंग वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर, मल्टीपोलैरिटी के रिगार्डिंग क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. एक हो सकता है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू इंडिया रशिया टाइज, दैट इट हैज इट्स ओन रीजंस, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट ब्रिंग्स इट्स ओन सेट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज. प्लस इकोनॉमी में भी इससे रिलेटेड GS3 में भी क्वेश्चन हो सकता है, दैट इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रिवेलिंग ग्लोबल एनवायरमेंट, how Indian economy need to reform, or what are the changes that are needed in the Indian economy so as to convert the prevailing challenges into opportunities. Those are some of the areas. और बाकी तो,
and also of course a retreat from globalization towards protectionism now.
देखिए, वो पॉलिटिकल साइंस के लिए तो वो तो एक प्रोमिनेंट क्वेश्चन है, वो आएगा. ग्लोबलाइजेशन के रिगार्डिंग वो रहेगा. इनफैक्ट लास्ट ईयर एक क्वेश्चन थे पॉलिटिकल साइंस PSIR में, पेपर 2 में, देयर वाज दिस क्वेश्चन दैट इज वर्ल्ड मूविंग टुवर्ड्स डीग्लोबलाइजेशन. ये तो लास्ट ईयर का क्वेश्चन था. तो बात है कि ग्लोबलाइजेशन GS में उतना प्रोमिनेंट टॉपिक नहीं रहा है ना. वी मोर फोकस ऑन द बायलैटरल टाइज. तो ग्लोबलाइजेशन एक पॉइंट हो सकता है, बट अगेन यू नेवर नो यूपीएससी के दिमाग में क्या है.
राइट. एंड अभी मेंस आने वाले हैं, तो उधर व्हाट एस्पिरेंट्स शुड टेक अभी के लिए, क्या कुछ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट यूपीएससी कैन पिक, और अभी एग्जाम होने वाला है, तो उसके लिए कुछ लग रहा है आपको रेलेवेंट हो सकता है ये टॉपिक?
ये तो डेफिनेटली रेलेवेंट, ये जो चल रहा है ना, ये रेलेवेंट है, क्योंकि अभी नहीं चल रहा है, थोड़ा समय हो चुका है. बट अभी से आगे के लिए ना, आई विल से फोकस मत करो. रीजन क्या है? क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी सेट हो चुके हैं. प्लस मैं नहीं चाहता कि आप हर दिन 1-2 घंटे न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहे हो सिर्फ इस एक न्यूज के लिए, रादर देन दैट कि ठीक है एग्जाम से ठीक 2 दिन पहले व्हाट इज द प्रेजेंट स्टेटस, सिर्फ उतना जान लिया, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. क्योंकि ठीक है IR में एक क्वेश्चन आएगा, इट विल बी 10 और 15 मार्क, मैं टोटली बीइंग प्रैग्मेटिक, लेकिन उसके लिए हर दिन 1 से 1.5 घंटे उतना ज्यादा समय देना, दिस शुड बी टाइम फॉर कंसोलिडेशन, दैट इज रिवीजन प्लस आंसर राइटिंग। और इसके रिगार्डिंग अगर कोई सिग्निफिकेंट चेंज होता है, एब्सोल्युटली नो इशू, एक छोटा सा वीडियो वी कैन ऑलवेज मेक जस्ट 2 दिन पहले कि ठीक है, दिस इज द प्रेजेंट डेवलपमेंट एंड दिस इज व्हाट योर अप्रोच शुड बी। तो उससे ज्यादा, बिकॉज अभी बाकी सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ने दीजिए।
राइट, ये सब तो ऑफ कोर्स होता ही रहेगा, एंड वी सी मोर डेवलपमेंट्स इन फ्यूचर,
obviously.
So thank you so much, sir. I may conclude this conversation, and of course in future we'll come with other topics so that it's going to be beneficial for all the aspirants who are watching this. Thank you so much.